Hello everybody, my name is Sokratis. I'm an 11th grader student in Kerisag International School, and today I'm going to present to you some facts and historical information about the world's population and the population problems that have occurred during the past centuries. First of all, we're going to start from a brief history of the human population. Okay, let's start. Around 10,000 BC, we got the first humans existing on Earth, and it was a time that humans started to differ from animals. That was at 10,000 BC. At the year of 8,000 BC, we got the agricultural revolution, and the population of the Earth is about 10 million people, mostly concentrated in Europe and Middle East. Middle East and Europe. At the year of 1000 BC, we got an enormous population growth. By the year 1 BC, the human population has risen to 100 million people on Earth, mostly again in the Middle East and Europe. Europe's population was a victim of several decreases during the centuries, and that was caused by wars, famines, and most important of all, plagues. The most important plague of all was called the Black Death. Black Death was a breakpoint in the European history because at the start of the 14th century, Europe's population was 400 to 450 million people. By the end of 14th century, we're talking about 1390s, the population of the world dropped to 350 million people. So here we can see, obviously we can see a decrease of 50 million people in just 100 years. So we can see the enormous decrease of population in Europe, which is maybe one cause of the nowadays increasing population in Europe. Asia at that time was about 200 to 250 million people, and they were mostly concentrated in China and India, which is the same today, right? Africa, about 100 million people. Now, I'm going to give you some information about the world population after the Industrial Revolution. Let's have a look. In the year 1804, the world's population was about 1 billion people. This comes to an increase in the year of 1927, which the world experiences one unexpected economical growth, especially in Europe, and the population grows to 2 billion people. In the year 1957, the population goes up to 3 billion. In 1967, the population goes up to 4 billion people. And here the population of Asia and Africa starts to growing very fast. Because we can see here that most of the population growth is in Europe, right? The year 19 1975, population grows to 5 billion. And this is again Asia and Africa. In the year 1987, population goes to 6 billion people. And here we are in 2011 with a population of 7 billion people. The great fact that our world is experiencing nowadays is that Earth has an annual growth of 30%. That is not so good, as you can understand, because our natural resources, the Earth's natural resources, are limited, and this enormous growth of people cannot feed up their needs, right? So we're gonna have to take some measures and laws about that. Like they did in China, they said that families should have only one kid. They didn't say that. I mean, they don't have someone between their bed or something control them if they have sex, but they're like, we should like take measures, right? They say that, for example, if you have one kid, you get less taxes. If you have 2 or 3 kids, you have to pay more taxes, right? Or parents with 2 or 3 children or 4 children or more, they cannot send their children to public schools, right? They have to pay. So yeah, these are measures. Fertility rates. Fertility rates. Fertility rate means that how many children are be born per mother, right? It's not more simply 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, 3. Yeah, that's the fertility rate. The leading fertility rate is in the Middle Eastern countries. Middle East, which is countries like Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, yeah, all these countries, with a leading fertility rate of 60.97 to 3.37 average. This means that 6 children to 3 children are produced per mother, right? Now people will ask, what can we do to prevent the overpopulation, right? Well, for sure, like, you cannot say to people stop having sex. That's stupid. It's like if people won't have sex, have sex. But what can you do is, I think that the government should care about it, and it's education. Education is the key for the world's safety. But careful on this. You don't have to over-educate the people, because if people are over-educated, they will produce 0.0000 children, right? And in that case, they will eventually diminish. So you have to educate the people, but like, don't over-educate them, right? And of course, condoms for the boys, for the men. Condoms, not second-hand. They will get some HIV or something. And for the girls, pills, tampons, and yeah, all the pharmaceutical and trick tablets or something in order to prevent pregnancy, right? What else? Yeah, that's it. That was my environmental project submitted to teacher Sam, William, Bill. Yeah. Thank you very much. And this is LBC documentary. Just to say, LBC is not Lao Beer Company. It means Lao Broadcast Channel, right? All right. LBC. Thank you very much. See you. And remember, don't overpopulate the world. It's not good. Just make 3-4 children is alright. Peace.